there? This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Road Ramble. Fellas, let women be women. You know what? I remember, I've been given the type of, before I had my brief hiatus, I was giving game on, oh yeah. Yeah, I like being at the gym sometimes. But I was giving some game on, picking up a woman's signals and approaching. Because I said women choose, but they do so in a non-verbal way. They give you signals and stuff so that you can approach, and that's the way it should be. And I had a young man comment on it, presumably a young man, and said, oh no, the women need to be direct and they need to say something. Dude, look, fellas, and I realized that we grew up in an age where a lot of women are aggressive and, they're going to take charge. And some women do speak up, right? But that's never a good thing. That's never a good thing because, one, if a woman becomes aggressive and she starts approaching a guy, she's in her masculine energy. And you really shouldn't want that from a woman. You really shouldn't want that because when women, and people on my private site know because I broke down how to read women, there's a certain personality type associated with aggressive women. Yeah, they take the guessing work out of whether or not they want you or something, and that's convenient. But women like that, well, one, they tend to be bossy. Two, they get along best with men who are, quite frankly, in their feminine energy. And, first of all, if you get that, that's kind of the woman telling you that's what you are. Or she at least perceive you that way. And if you're a man, if you're a real man, and you really masculine, you're aggressive, she might have a fat ass. You might deal with her for a second, depending on how fine she is. But you ain't going to want to deal with her long term. And that's a lot of stuff because the energy is going to clash. In fact, if you deal with that type of woman with aggressive energy too long, right, your dick ain't going to work anymore. Your dick, if you masculine, only type of man who could deal with a woman who is aggressive like that in her masculine energy, who's going to be speaking up and all of that, is a shadow man, is a yin man, is a feminine energy man. And there's plenty of them out there. And you know what? I say live, let live. Like, they're heterosexual, but the energy is more feminine. Well, if you want to deal with that. But if you're a man, if you masculine, nah, you don't want to deal with that. You don't want that. One, because of the clash. Two, you got to ask yourself, why would you even find that attractive when they're aggressive like that? Seriously, how would you find that attractive? Like I said, you might be able to deal with them on a short term if they fine enough, and you do got some attractive women, they got fat ass or big breasts or whatever you like, and you can deal with them one or two times, but trust me, you're going to clash. You're going to clash. And then, what another thing is, why would you want that anyway? This Tantra Master said it best. I've quoted him, mentioned his name on here a few times, Shatam Nidiyama. One of my favorite quotes from him was, he said, everywhere he go, men are men and so are the women. You don't want that. You don't want that. And there's no way you should even be attracted to that. All right? Because a woman is supposed to be a woman. She's supposed to be emotional. See, too many guys want women to be logical and stuff. Nah, they ain't built that way. And my grandmother broke this down for me when I was young. She said a woman, when she had like two kids, one of the kids, like say she had two daughters, right? One of the daughters might be one of those like real feminine type of women, right? Feminine type of little girls, one of those she girls or whatnot, like totally girly. And then the next one might be totally masculine, a tomboy or something. Yeah, how my grandmother explained it to me, she said a female has to be able to love both of them equally. And that's where the woman's emotion come in. You don't want, if you get to me with I'm going to tell you what, everybody's complaining about feminism and gynocentrism, all that stuff. That's because you got too many women thinking like men. And then that dumbass Steve Harvey, and I'm going to say dumbass, act like a lady, think like a man. That was the worst thing you could even put out there, worst energy. But see, unfortunately, too many men want them to think it. Or they chastise a woman for not being logical in the same way. They're not supposed to be. Shit. Men are supposed to be logical because we're killers. Men are killers. We're supposed to kill, whether it's food or somebody defending, somebody attacking the tribe. That's how we evolved. You can't be emotional if you're going to end something. If you, going to have to end somebody's life. Or, shoot, that translates out here to being a fighter or something like that. Like if somebody breaking into your house at 2 a.m, you can't be emotional like, oh, you're going to be like, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. And you got to be cold-blooded about it. That's the logic side. Also, too, if you're a hunter, like we evolved away from hunting. We don't hunt anymore. Most people don't hunt. Except for these rednecks that live around me, which I got to get friendly with one of them so I can get some deer meat. Just a tangent, right? But we'll figure out how to skin these ones that get knocked over on the side of the road. Just a tangent. But if you're a hunter, understand the nature of a hunter, right? You killing something for your substance. You can't be like, oh, that deer is so cute. Look at those big eyes on it. No, you gotta look at that thing like, oh shoot, I see some burgers there, some veal. Oh snap, some venom. Oh shit. You gotta be cold. But that's what we supposed to be. Men are supposed to be that. Like, and I need to hit the women up. Like, stop trying to feminize the men to get them to be all emotional. Let them be logical. We supposed to be. Women ain't supposed to be that. They supposed to be emotional. Because really what's supposed to happen out here, this is what's supposed to happen in relationships. Both sides are supposed to complement each other. That's why for a child to grow into healthy adulthood, they need the mother and the father. They need input from the mother and the father. They need the logical energy. Boys and girls need the logical energy from the father and the emotional energy from the mother. But one of the things that gotta happen, men, because I see too many men, they want to approach a woman like she another guy. And like I said, I can't even see how y'all find that shit attractive, man. Shit, to me, and it's a term I use. I don't give a fuck if anybody get offended. If you don't like what I'm saying, the unsubscribe button works for me. I told you, we wolves on here, we predators, apex predators, right? But that's some emotional homosexuality. When I'm dealing with a woman, I don't look for another dude. I want her to do some girly ass shit. I want her to be as feminine as possible. That shit turned me off if they too much like one of the boys. Like the most I could do with them, honestly, most I could do, what am I on time? Oh yeah, most I could do with them, like we could be cool, could be business partners, shoot the breeze. But if the woman if she thinking too much like a man, too logical, I'm like, okay, we can be cool, but my dick ain't gonna get hard with your ass. Shit, like I said, that shit's, if you're a man and a woman being in her masculine energy somehow turn you on, you got some issues you got to deal with. I try to be cool when I encounter such dudes, right? I try to be cool because I don't know what's going on with them, but I'm just have to be the one to tell you. You shouldn't even look for that shit, man. I want them, shit, I don't even like too many muscles on a woman and stuff. I like me a nice soft woman, man. And more men need to be that way and understand. Part of that is they want to lay back. That's their thing. If they send you some signals and stuff, you just got to pick up on it and decide whether or not you're going to mess with them. Seriously, stop asking them to, be men. And then here's what kills me. So many guys are asking women to act like men and be men that then get mad when the women actually do that. Get mad when they actually do get logical. Because then the man still ain't benefiting from it. Then all of a sudden, you like, oh, how come she can't act more feminine? Well, shit, feminine is laying back in the cut, sending some signal, and you come forward. Shit. All the woman need to do, if a woman, really, I'm going to tell you what, if a woman in her feminine, all she had to do is sit back and Chris Rock said it, put a pot on the stove. She could just sit back and chill. Man going to come to her regardless, right? And that's what she's supposed to do. And men got to allow it. Don't complain, seriously. And don't complain if the women acting masculine, then you asking them to act masculine, then they actually do it. Let them be women. And if you got a problem with that, you got to look in the mirror. Real talk. Real talk. Like I said, if I offended anybody, good, man. I'm cleaning house on this channel. Predators, man. Wolves. I don't care about the subs. Seriously, I don't care in terms of like how many I got, or I just want wolves on here. So if you resonate with it, hey, holla at me. If you don't resonate with it, you don't need to talk to me about it. Just quietly unsub. All right. But let women be women. All right. So anyway, that's it for now. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.